It's not the critic that counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust, sweat, and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcomings. But he who strives to actually do the deed, who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who, at best, knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who, at the worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat. Teddy Roosevelt, 1910, Man in the Arena.
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So I'm gonna go over a couple of updates for you guys here real quick, let you know what has been going on so far in 2021 as far as the different training things that I've been doing, and also what's going on with me, again, where I've been on the channel. So to kind of preface, it's been a little bit over a year ago. It's actually a year ago, July 2nd. I had broke my back and herniated 2 of my discs. Now, as you guys know, that I had been previous to that working towards a goal of weight loss, getting down to a certain weight, and the whole broken back thing kind of put a screaming halt to that. I did end up kicking the weight back up quite significantly, not being able to really do anything physical for about 6 to 8 months, not even really able to lift more than 30 pounds. And as of January of this year, I have been able to get back on schedule, start working out again, start running again, and I have kind of tailored my workout regimen a little bit different. So I have been doing a lot of workouts in full kit. One of the specific ones that I do, and I actually just completed a day before yesterday, is it's a circuit. It's 200 push-ups, 400 squats, and a mile run, all in full kit. The first half a mile, every 200 yards, you stop and do 50 push-ups, 100 squats. I'm down. And you sprint those 200 yards in full kit, or as quickly as you can. I mean, understanding that you will get kind of a little bit fatigued there. And the last half mile is just a run straight. Also been doing 2-mile runs. Also doing strength training at least 3 times a week, usually 4. So I've ended up losing almost 50 pounds from what I had gained during the period of time where I was down from having my broken back. So again, injuries, can't really do much about that. Again, I'm back into losing it, and I have met and crushed pretty much every goal so far. I'm not to where I want to be yet, but I am planning by the end of the year to want to be right around 210, 215 lean. Alright, so on to my primary build. So again, I'm going to go over this really fast. Nothing super special here. Start off with the overall cost of this entire build: optics, lights, can, everything. It ended up costing me right at 3,800 bucks. So again, yeah, it is a fairly pricey build, but a lot of that pricing is actually in the optic itself, the light, and the can. I mean, the base rifle itself, I believe, was just under $1,000 when it was all said and done. Now, the optic and mount that I've got running here, so I'm tailoring everything to get geared towards night vision. Me and my guys will be running night vision here soon. So it is an Aimpoint T2 on a Knights Armament high-rise mount. This is kind of the pinnacle for night vision setups, I believe. The passive aiming through this, the light transmission through this optic is phenomenal, and the actual, when you actually run this optic, picking it up even when you're running passively through tubes, when I picked that rifle up to look through it, it's just as if I was running the optic during the daytime, as far as the body mechanics go for running this particular setup. So again, everything is nice and simple. Everything's the same as it is during the day, so I'm not really losing any speed when picking this gun up and looking through it with night vision and running it at night. Mod Light OKW. I do love these lights a lot. They have plenty of candela. I didn't really understand it until recently, but now understanding exactly how candela versus lumens work, I am glad that companies are moving more towards the candela realm instead of trying to push out as many lumens as possible. Think of lumens as like horsepower to the crank in a car, and the candela, the horsepower to the wheels, was actually able to transfer out. A higher candela light is going to appear and look and project significantly brighter than a low candela high lumen light will. High lumen light is going to overall put out a lot more light, a lot more spill, but it's not going to concentrate that light. You're not going to be able to project that light out quite as far as you will with a high candela light. I can pretty consistently spot and engage targets out to 300 yards at night with this light, depending on the night. If it's a really foggy night or a really humid night, it's not quite as much, but like during the winter time, for instance, here in Florida, the humidity can get down to like 30 or 40%, and I can project this light out a whole lot further at night than I would during the summertime. Like right now, I might be able to get 200 yards with it. Suppression that I've got in here, I got a couple videos out on it already, nothing really too in-depth. I will be putting one really in-depth of it, but that's going to be way down the road when I have a bunch more time through it. And I've also got a couple of guys that I run with that have other variants of the YHM cans, and I plan on comparing all of those together. I'm kind of giving you a broad overview of the entire lineup of the newer style YHM cans, so the Resonator K, the Turbo T2, and the YHM Turbo K. But again, Turbo K, I've done videos on this. What I want out of a suppressor isn't necessarily the maximum amount of sound suppression. While these do take the sting significantly off of what 11.5 inch 5.56 will actually do, they do not quiet it to hearing safe levels, but it does do a really good job mitigating flash, and as well as any other kind of signature reduction that you might have. Projects that gas a nice tight vent forward and doesn't shoot out a massive flame out the front, which is pretty damn good for a K style can. Barrel that I'm running in here, it's a Sons of Liberty Gunworks 11.5 inch, I think it's their combat grade barrel. Again, I like Sons of Liberty a lot. I have burned one of these barrels out already. Sent the whole upper back. Mike and his guys there, they actually reassembled the new barrel in here, so this upper itself isn't actually assembled by me, but from what I can tell looking at it, there's not a whole lot different than what I had done on it. They used Loctite and rock set where it needed to be, so everything is done correctly, and I absolutely trust the gunsmiths over there at Sons of Liberty Gunworks. They do a phenomenal job. Gas system that I've got in here, so it is a Sons of Liberty Gunworks gas block and a Sons of Liberty Gunworks gas tube. Again, kind of sticking with them guys there. I told them I want to go ahead and replace that. I normally do after every barrel change. I'll put a new gas block, a new tube in there, just because I want that's kind of an integrated part of the system itself that needs to be kept up with and changed out when the barrel is changed out. Bolt carrier group. It is a Roscoe Manufacturing, one of their Bloodline bolt carrier groups. Reason I have this in here instead of a Sons of Liberty is when I was looking for bolt carrier groups, I could not find a Sons of Liberty Gunworks bolt carrier group in stock. This was back when COVID was like out of control and parts were just flying off the shelves. Nobody could keep anything in stock. I ended up happening across one of these right as it dropped, scooped it up, and not even 2 minutes later, they were all gone. I bought this with a sauce pack, so I have a secondary 11.5 inch Roscoe barrel that I bought that's just sitting in the safe right now. In the event that I burn this barrel out again, which it will eventually happen, I will pull the barrel out. I will send just a barrel to Mike, and they will just have them send me a barrel back. I will throw that Roscoe barrel back in here, and I will keep the Sons of Liberty barrel on standby until I burn a Roscoe out. That way I have a constant surplus of barrels, and I'm never down my primary gun. Upper and lower parts kit in here, Aero Precision, as well as a receiver set is Aero Precision upper and lower receiver. Again, nothing special there. I am running a Geisley G2S trigger. This trigger here is really broken in, very crisp, two-stage trigger, not a lot of weight to it at all. Feels just like an SSAE to me, honestly. But it's Geisley, again, good quality trigger there. BCM grip, Magpul furniture, Magpul rail covers. You do need rail covers. You start running these guns hard, you are not going to be able to hold on to it. It'll even eventually get to the point where you can't hold on to these either, but it is not nearly as bad as the bare metal. I promise you, gloves will not work. If you don't have rail covers on there, you look like somebody that doesn't run your gun. Put some kind of rail cover on your rail. You will need it if you're going to think it's hot. Sling. This is a Blue Force Gear sling. This is actually the sling that I deployed with. Whenever it came time for me to turn in all my SL3 while I was in the Marine Corps, I actually had bought from the PX a brand new Blue Force Gear sling. turned that one back into the armory so that I could keep my one I deployed with. It's a little bit more sentimental than anything. These aren't the best slings in the world, but they are incredibly rugged. And again, it went to Afghanistan with me and survived no problem. And the sling is being kept by a just a little rubber with a cloth coating little band. Again, nothing special there. If I need to deploy the sling, I just pull on this little tab that sticks out right here. The sling will come off like there's nothing being held onto it, but it does keep the sling nice and secure while it's in the vehicle. So if I have to pull the weapon out of a vehicle, it's not going to be getting caught or snagged on anything inside the vehicle. Last couple things, iron sights, Magpul Imbus Pros. They're the steel ones, not the polymer ones. I wanted good, rugged, reliable sights on this guy, and then also BCM charging handle. So if you guys need more questions about this build, drop them down in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer in as timely manner as I can. I do kind of watch it for a couple of days afterwards, and then I delve back in every once in a while when you guys comment, try and answer comments. If I miss one, I'm sorry. I'm not the best to keep them up with that, but I will try and keep up as best I can. But thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, happy shooting. Reloading. Come up. Move back. Up. Moving. Let's go. Reloading. Keep burning them, keep burning them. Keep going, keep going. Up. On my back. That's me. Watch your mud overboard. Right. Good fucking shit, bro. That's fun.